This dog, it just sleeps in my bed. This dog, it just sleeps in my bed.
Last year, we met on the 30th of December, even though we've seen each other since then. 2021, spoke about the year that was 2021, and I wasn't to speak about COVID, but it came up in the conversation a little bit. So here we are again, the same room. The other day, I had the great privilege and pleasure and I'm spilling the drinks already, of having Christmas Eve here for Christmas Eve dinner.
It was very nice
in the ballroom.
It was very, very nice.
And there was conversation that was all about the Alpine fault that went clearly right over my head, like reminded me of all the Alpine fault, how it goes right up to Arizona or something. How we're in trouble if it does actually activate itself again, which is meant to be in the foreseeable next 100 years. Or
I would say that New Year's Eve would be a good time at midnight for it to be a huge earthquake.
Okay, and 100 foot tidal wave that will hit the west coast, which sounds pretty scary. But I was completely out of my depth, and then they came up with a word that I'm meant to know the meaning of, or the context of, and I didn't know it. It was about the certain chess player at the club that would know that this is the Queen's Rook and this is the King's Rook, and he would follow them around, and then he was so focused on that, wasn't he? He could write it down, even though he had some impairment. He was so focused with knowing which rook was the Queen's Rook and which rook was the King's Rook. It's pretty amazing.
Indeed.
So what's 2022 been like for you? Because it's now the 27th.
Oh, look, I haven't played
of December.
I haven't played a lot of chess. I went to the Winter Rapid, and I think I finished. I finished down the track, and I think I finished third in my section, the Winter Rapid. But in the autumn rapid, I think I got first equal in my section in 16th. I think it was 12 to 1600.
Wow!
I got 3 wins, made a few blunders as usual. I seemed to manage to lose my plot. I had a game against Hamish Bell which I should have won in the Winter Rapid. Didn't play in the summer rapid, the spring rapid. The summer rapid was in December. I didn't play in that. So in actual fact, I played it in the Winter Rapid and the Spring Rapid. In the Winter Rapid, first equal in my section, and the Spring Rapid, I didn't get any prize money. I finished down the track, but I still managed to have a couple of wins. My first tournament I played at the Rapid, I think I had about 4 wins out of 6, and I ended up playing Quentin Johnson.
That's pretty good, isn't it, 4 out of 6?
And then I played in a 960 tournament, and I finished second to Quentin Johnson out of the whole club, which was quite
cool.
Every time I went up, Quentin said, "Who did you beat?" Oh, Edward Sarkis, Hamish Gold, Terry Duffield. So finishing second to Terry Duffield in the 960 was pretty good for me, because I seem to play better in variations of chess than the actual game itself. My brain seems to switch on when I play different variations. So I've got a message in Russian for all you Tagamesi chess clubs out there. Si novым годом, si bogom Samson, я президент шахматного университетского клуба Таго, и я играю в шахматы, вы мой друг David. Очень приятно.
Yeah, that's good. And you wanted me to watch a Russian movie with no English subtitles.
I know.
I might know about 5 words.
Oh, you
know a lot more than I do.
I've got about 10. I've got about 10 Russian movies, and one night I'll put them on. I might just put them on by myself later on. Watch one, because the only way to learn Russian. I mean, I could stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning watching, and just the only way to learn Russian is immerse yourself in it.
Yeah.
And even though other people don't want to watch it,
like me,
like you, and you may not understand it, but the thing is, I've put Russian movies on before, and people have just watched the movie and enjoyed it without understanding a word because the action speaks for itself.
I'm not cultured.
Indeed.
I'm not cultured. Now, and like the last interview from 30th of December 2021, as it's the 27th of December today, already 27th of December, 3 days shy of the last one, or the last one was almost the 30th of December, but I was always sitting there. I've done some editing for the last video, which I only put on recently, a few months ago, and I was going, what, 1066? What, 1066? That was really mean of you to start spelling off numbers. It was like the other night where I didn't know, not mean, but it was like I didn't know, I was out of my, look, I haven't got a great power of words.
Okay.
My word knowledge is not, vocab is not my forte. And some people would say, well, chess isn't either, And so, 1066, Samson.
The Battle of Hastings.
Kazokovsky.
The Battle of Hastings. When
I know about that.
William the Conqueror invaded New Zealand. Now, let's have a quick précis of the South Island Open because it was won by a young chap called Romero Sagat, who I used to coach years ago. He's come on in leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
Derek and I Dylan Hepper and I used to coach him at Pakiki Kids. He was just at intermediate. He obviously finished 7th, but he's come on in leaps and bounds, and whenever he plays in the rapid, he plays well. The champion at the moment of the chess club is Olev Nedliahov, the Ukrainian guy. He's very sharp, makes his moves very quickly, and I watched him. He's actually, he just carves people up, carved with Sarkis up. He goes for the juggler, he splits the king off into pieces, he grabs the right pawn, he isolates rooks and knights. And he does it very quickly, and it's quite stunning how he plays actually. So I'd like to play him one day. In fact, I left a phone number for him to ring. He hasn't ring me, but the Autumn Rapid is at the Target Chess Club on the probably in February. I asked him if he played. And he said he couldn't afford to play because he was working at Countdown. He works as a security guard, but he's so smart. He deserves to be working somewhere else, but. He's working probably 40 hours a week, getting $20, $25 now. He's probably quite happy because he does chess coaching. So he's probably making a good salary out of Countdown. He's probably making a good whack out of chess coaching. Very smart. If anyone ever gets to play him, it'd be a privilege to play him because he's very, very smart. He's the club champ. And it is 8 minutes. So just a quick message from Dave before we wrap up and me wrap up.
We're going to wrap up.
Well, it's 8 minutes. People want about a 10-minute video, don't they?
Okay. So what was 2022 like for me? Much the same as 2021. Okay, that's me.
Well, I want to show you a game that Dave showed me, and it's called Monster Chess, and it's basically a king and 4 pawns versus a rook. And so what you do is...
I've already put it on the party thing.
White gets 2 moves. So Dave will make a few moves and we'll see how he goes.
Okay. And I'll get beaten this time. Because
So the whole idea is to try and prevent the 4 pawns from interacting, because once the king gets in close, it's checkmate. When it's checkmate, you are in big trouble.
check. check. Hold on. Where are we going to go? Here and here. Check. Mate.
Well done. So that
C5.
there's the
checkmate.
there's the
King E8 and C3.
there's the game already all over.
C5, mate.
Yeah, well done, mate.
You went to B6. So,
that.
are you videoing that still?
I didn't get the whole video.
Have a look. Oh no, you didn't. But yeah, it ended.
I didn't get the whole game.
Is it recording?
I think you can
I
probably.
don't think it's recording, Samson.
It's turned off now. It stopped.
Did you turn it off?
10:39. Oh no, it's still recording. Let's turn it off right now.
No, it's not.
Yeah, 10:43, 10:44. Just
Oh, it is recording.
just
Okay,
say Happy New Year.
So, yeah, well, Happy Christmas, Happy New Year. I've been saying Happy Christmas all the time. I was just lucky there because Samson's the champion of that game. It's very much fun. You have to. It's like you have to think about the consequences of
It's hard to focus
each move.
on the bloody camera. Okay, so look, it's goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from
Dave Wiegner.
Thank you.
Team Holland.
Team Holland.
Indeed.
So we're going to turn that off now. Push the record. Thank you. Bye.
This dog, it just sleeps in my bed. This dog, it just sleeps in my bed. This dog, it just sleeps in my bed.